Pierre, you want to come out here?
Three, two, one.
All right, my name's Jack Bogda,
And I'm James Perez.
and we're here with Nick Davidson. Nick, how you doing?
Doing good. Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, no. I mean, first off, obviously, just want to get it out of the way. Coming off that surgery this past April, how are you feeling, like mentally and physically right now?
Mentally, it's a little tough. I
Yeah.
obviously want to get back into it as soon as possible, but the hardest thing is just kind of listen to the doctors. Obviously, I trust them, but it's kind of hard, not being able to run for a little bit and hoop. But I'm doing what I can. I'm doing a lot of legs, doing a lot of form shooting with one arm. So whatever I can do, I'm doing it every day.
Obviously, I know that you were kind of like powering through that injury later on during the season. I mean, what was it kind of like, playing through like such a substantial injury like that?
Yeah. So at practice, I would have to wear this rash guard, almost brace. I wore it against the first half of San Diego State, and I couldn't do it because it was so tight I couldn't breathe. So we went to the KT tape, but it was I had to do a lot of rehab. It was an extra hour of my day on top of practice and stuff, just getting stuff, so strengthening it so it doesn't come out and hurt more. But yeah, during the games it would hurt at first, but then adrenaline would kick in, it would get better. And then the day after was actually like kind of really when it hurt.
But overall, you feel like you're progressing in the right direction, though?
Oh, for sure, yeah, healing. Doctor said that tissue is really healthy, so no issues there. And trust my surgeon, did a great job.
All right. Look at this one.
So can you tell us about your journey in basketball and from when you started playing to becoming a breakout player for Nevada?
Yeah, so, would you like me to start like high school or college?
Yeah, high school, yeah, that works.
Obviously I attended Modern Day. It's a pretty good athletics school.
Yeah.
Both basketball and football, but playing for Coach McKnight was a great opportunity. Obviously I had great teammates too, so kind of not necessarily in the shadow, but like definitely not the main focal point. It was kind of helpful in my development, just kind of stay the course, like play team basketball, and at one point I think we were like top 10 in the nation. So obviously great program there. And then coming here, redshirting, I got a year to just adjust, get my body ready. That was the biggest jump I think for most guys, is getting used to the physicality and pace of the game. And then just kind of taking my role and whatever I'm given, and just kind of take whatever I'm given and earn it more. So repeat reps and gain confidence in that way.
How would you say your game has evolved throughout your early basketball days from like Mater Day to UNR? How has it evolved?
I would say I've gotten a lot more athletic. That's one thing that I've really made a point. Coming here I wasn't able to dunk off 2 feet. Now I can do it pretty consistently. I wouldn't say I'm the highest flyer, but I can definitely dunk now. And then on top of that, just be more confident. I think that comes through reps and practice every day. So everyday work kind of made me confident and be able to step into a bigger role.
And did you ever have like a growth spurt to like getting super tall? Like, were you originally like a guard and like you had to switch to play like center or anything, or were you always just tall?
Yeah, I was always like a 3-man. I was 5'11" for like 4 years, like from 5th grade to like end of 8th grade, and then 8th grade going into freshman year, I went from 5'11" to 6'7", and then I grew 2 more inches, another inch, and then I came in here at like 6'8"-ish. Every summer I go back, I've grown a half an inch, so I'm like 6'10" now.
6'10"?
I just measured the other day, so
oh, nice.
Kind of, hopefully I can get another half inch.
Yeah. What aspects of your game do you feel like are your strengths, and how do you work on improving them, would you say?
I would say like my post game is pretty solid. Finishing around the basket, I've shot a good field goal percentage. One of the top in the conferences. But yeah, just kind of consistently doing that work every day and getting those reps in. I feel like that's that, and then also playing hard. I think that's an attribute that kind of goes unnoticed. I try and play every game like it's my last. So respect the game.
I mean, could you just walk us through like a memorable game or like most memorable moment that you've had in your Nevada career so far?
I would say the first, my freshman year went on Selection Sunday when we were the last team in. That's awesome. I mean, I really didn't think we were going to make it, and to see our name pop up was just insane. Like I didn't believe it, and all of a sudden we're like, it's been like a new life. But yeah, making that first tournament was amazing. Yeah, I hope I get that every year.
Who would you say are like some of your biggest influences or role models in basketball, and how they impacted your playing style?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I would say like Kevin Love probably. I loved watching him growing up on the T-Wolves, and then I was obviously super stoked when he went to the Cavs. Won the championship. But so yeah, and I mean, he came to actually play at the Nike Extravaganza at Modern Day. I remember watching that in like 6th or 7th grade on YouTube. Just kind of watching that, and wow, I like the way that guy plays.
How would you say your upbringing and background have shaped your approach to basketball and like life in general?
Yeah, having two parents who obviously played college sports, and I mean, more particularly here, it was always like, sports was obviously a big thing. I always gravitated towards it, just whatever, like a ball, soccer, basketball, baseball, football. I played it all growing up. So having that, and also my parents being college athletes, knowing and seeing like what work they put in and hearing from them and their experiences, seeing what it takes to play at this level kind of helped, having them pave the way before and give me the answers kind of.
Did both of your parents like playing at a high level in college? Did that like put any like pressure on you to be like a good athlete as a young kid, or does it just more motivate you?
No, I wouldn't say it put pressure on me. It was like, that honestly made it an expectation. Like I was like, I'm gonna play Division I basketball or whatever, baseball. But yeah, I wouldn't say it really necessarily gave me pressure. It was just kind of became an expectation. My parents did it. All my cousins played volleyball, Division I, and other sports or swim. So I was like, it was kind of an expectation, honestly.
Yeah. And would you say your parents going to UNR that like influenced your decision, like going here, like a lot?
Sure. It was a big influence. My dad would always fly the Wolfpack flag on the neighborhood on Saturdays when they would play. Yeah. And then we have a grandpa up here, so I would visit him and try and come watch some games. I came up here a lot more when I was a kid, and then as we got older, it got a little tougher just because everyone being so busy.
Yeah. I mean, what would you say is like the driving force behind your passion to play basketball? Like, would you say it's family, or would you say like other factors as well?
I would say family, honestly. Like I want everything I do. I have our last name on the back of my jersey, so I know everything I do is a reflection on them. But also, like for myself, like I want to make a name for myself, look back on something and be proud of it. So having put in work and being able to look back, say, "Wow, I'm glad I'm proud of what I accomplished." Look back and maybe show my kids one day.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, you are still recovering from the injury right now, but I mean, would you say there have been like any specific challenges or obstacles that you faced like throughout your entire basketball career that you've had to overcome?
Fortunately, this is like my only injury, so I haven't really experienced injury of that sort. So other than that, I would just say kind of staying consistent and not getting discouraged. It's so easy to look at losses or failures and get discouraged. So maybe just kind of fight through that adversity and keep consistently putting in the work is honestly the biggest thing.
Do you have any like rituals or routines you have like to follow before games that you prepare mentally?
I have like the biggest superstitions. It starts the night before.
Yeah.
I'll like meditate and stuff. night before, do my stretches the night before, and then put my feet on the wall for 3 minutes. And then what else do I do? I always have a PB&J before I leave. I always tie my shoe right before left, and then I always go out on the court to start at 71 minutes and 17 seconds. No idea why. But there's a lot more. Like, it got to the point where my teammates were getting annoyed about how much, like, oh, we gotta do this, gotta do that.
Yeah. As the lone, like, returning All Mountain West player for Nevada, how do you view your role within the team for this next season, both on and off the court?
Yeah, I mean, I think I had a little bit of a leadership role this year, but this next year, I mean, I'm looking forward to stepping more in a leadership role, having my voice heard a little bit more, and then also we have a bunch of like great guys that are still here that have yet to be given an opportunity. Also coming in, we have a great team coming up, so being able to like bond with these guys over summer and really just focus in on that goal of making that next jump from third place to second place, and now finally first place in the conference.
Yeah. And building off like the transfers you guys have gotten, have you gotten the opportunity to meet any of them, or have you like watched some of their tape or see what they do? Yeah.
So we would host a lot of the recruits. So getting to meet these guys, they're all super high character, quality guys, and I think that's the most important thing because you never really know what you're getting. Out of the transfer portal, but I think that's the most important. You got guys that want to buy into a culture. What we built here, I mean, we made a complete 180 from when I redshirted from 13 and 18 to 2 back-to-back teams, slowly on the incline. So all the guys that came in, their main thing was like they want to win games. So I thought that was a big sign of like character and maturity, really.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, kind of just going off, talking about like the team culture. How would you characterize the culture of Nevada basketball, both in the locker room and outside of it? Like, what's your relationship with all the guys?
I mean, we're all like super tight. We all pretty much we're all each other's like best friends outside and on the court. But super close, even though we might rip on each other, make a lot of jokes.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we really care about one another and want to see each other succeed. So, I mean, I'm sure you see it. Even guys that don't get a chance to play, someone makes a great play, like the entire bench is happy for them. The entire whatever is happy for anybody, like any small victory. So we got a good tight squad here.
All right. So I mean, obviously, still talking about the team culture. How do you guys maintain like that team chemistry throughout like the highs and lows of the season?
Just constant communication. Where there's disconnect, it's easy to fill that with negativity. But if you're constantly reaching out, connecting with your teammates, just exchanging ideas, you know that person's behind you, cares about you. And I mean, we hit a bunch of roadblocks this season. Whether it be our first loss, that was devastating. I was like, guys, we are 7-1. It's not like we have a losing record. Although we did get beat by 30. But and then also after starting Mountain West play, 3 losses in a row, that was rough. We were 8th place. And that was tough. So coming back from Wyoming, that was another low point. But just constantly just reaching out, getting in the film, talking, exchanging ideas. What can we do better? None of this, none of that, and more importantly, getting back to the goal of like, why are we here? It's to win a championship.
Yeah, and of course, with the motivation, you guys are coming off of the NCAA tournament loss in the round of 64. Does that motivate you guys more next season to want to do better and like win more games in the tournament?
I mean, yeah, with 7 minutes left, I myself thought we like won the game. I was like, holy crap, we made it to the tournament, won a game, and then we just fell completely apart. It was a group effort. There's no one to blame. Everyone had lapses from top to bottom, and there's no avoiding it. It sucks. It hurt. I couldn't watch the rest of the tournament for another 2 weeks. Even being on the couch after surgery, like my family would want to watch it. I'd have to get up and go in another room where like, hey, can we watch something different? I'd just be fuming because I knew that had we won that game, like, who knows what could have happened.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, what like advice do you have for like younger or less experienced players that are looking to like make an impact on their teams or get higher in like levels for basketball? Like,
I mean, find out what your team needs. Everyone wants to be the leading scorer. Everyone wants to do the flashing moves. But if if there's a need for rebounding, taking charges, or whatever you can do to get on the court, you can't score if you're not on the court. So if you can build that role and then slowly expand, like push boundaries, they give you an inch, you take a mile sort of thing. If you're able to get on the court somehow, some way, and find a niche, that's the most important thing. There's no point in like being the leading scorer, wanting to be the leading scorer if you're not playing. So anything you can do, defense, knowing plays, and all the intangibles, I think, is the most important thing.
So, I mean, entering your junior season here at Nevada, do you have like any specific personal or team-oriented goals that you're looking to achieve?
I mean, personally, win the championship. We were third place my first year playing, second place, and then first place, and then also win a postseason game, but also like make a run. It's the most exciting thing, most exciting time of the year at March. You can feel the energy when you're playing. I mean, it's the best feeling ever. So finally making that run and win a regular season, hopefully like a Mountain West tournament championship is the goal.
Yeah. Well, I would say just getting away from basketball for a minute. Away from basketball, what are some of your hobbies or interests that you do like outside of it?
Hobbies. So back home when I'm there, I surf a lot.
Surf?
So,
Oh yeah, that's cool.
yeah, and then when I'm here, golf or like just anything outdoors. I just started golfing last summer, so I'm pretty bad. But, just to be out there on the course is pretty great. Obviously, I've been away from the game for a while.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. Is it difficult surfing at like 6'9"? I feel like
I
that.
just haven't done it
Yes.
before, so
Yeah, I was
it
gonna
makes it
say.
a lot easier to
Yeah,
watch an
yeah.
aircraft carrier.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously with finals coming up and everything, how do you balance like the demands of being a student athlete with all the other aspects of your life?
Yeah. Honestly, if it's important to you, you'll make time for it. So I would just say making the most of your time. You can, no point of going to class if you're not going to pay attention. You might as well get that work in while you're doing it. If you have spare time here, do some homework. And really planning your day, being efficient as possible. I get everything done, but I like to meander and like kind of take my time after I'm done with my work. And I could be doing other things. So obviously there's room for improvement, but just time management really.
Do you have a an interesting fact about yourself that like maybe fans would want to know or that
Don't know.
Yeah, don't know.
I'm bilingual. I speak Spanish. So what else? I think that's one. That's
that
be able to speak Spanish.
Yeah. And then what initially I guess sparked your interest in basketball? Was it really just like your parents being playing it, or do you have like friends that you played with when you were younger too?
Yeah, just obviously my parents, and then I played everything growing up.
Yeah.
And then just naturally, as I got older, I was like, wow, I really like basketball. I really like it. And then probably around like high school, I loved it. And then when I got to college, I was like, I'm obsessed with it. Like, this is more than love. I'm obsessed with it. So.
And do you think do you want basketball to be like your career in the future? Is that like your goal to be able to play basketball for a living?
Yeah, I would love to play basketball for money, wherever that may be.
Yeah.
But after that's all said and done, I'm gonna have to do something.
Yeah.
I never thought I would want to coach, but being a high school coach would be cool. But after I'm done playing, I'll probably go to law school and then do something in law.
That's interesting. So I mean, after the intensity of this past season, what are some of your favorite activities or off-season activities that you like to just unwind?
Unwind. Playing a lot of cornhole recently because it's going on.
Yeah.
I'm kind of figuring it out because all the stuff I like to do, I need two shoulder for it.
Yeah.
I'm down one, so kind of figuring it out. But yeah, just kind of going on walks, being outside more. The weather's amazing here.
Oh yeah, no, it's really nice right now.
Yeah. It's been great. So. Been going on the golf cart too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's golf cart weather. So class on the golf cart has been awesome.
And kind of just going back to some of those pregame rituals that we were talking about earlier. I mean, are there any favorite songs or music that you listen to before the games to get you hyped up?
Yeah, not really hyped up. I'm kind of the opposite. I know as soon as I take my headphones off, we're gonna have rap music or something to get me hyped up. So before. It's reggae or just random music, just to kind of just take my mind off of it. But yeah, that's kind of it. I think Jared has the same thing. He'll listen to country. I'm more of a reggae.
Are there any specific artists that you like listening to?
J Boog. I have a 4-hour playlist of just reggae stuff that I just put shuffle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, especially during the winter when it's cold,
Oh yeah.
I'll just like I'll throw in some reggae and pretend I'm in the sun.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what ways has being a Division I athlete impacted your life, like outside of the basketball court, like just your life in general?
I don't know. I mean, I would like to say like maybe resume. People and players look at that favorably, especially in the application process. But I haven't had a job since I got here. Kind of basketball's not been my job.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, not really much has changed besides like being recognized in public occasionally. So
yeah. I mean, what are your goals, I guess, for the remainder of college that you have here?
I wanna win a championship. That's like the biggest thing. I got so close in high school, and then we ran into Sierra Canyon every year in the playoffs and the finals. We lost every single time. Granted, they had a starting 6 of all NBA players every time we played them, so kind of difficult. But no excuse. Like I'm the only person in my family without a championship ring. And that kind of bugs me. So I get a lot of crap from my brothers. They call me like Chris Paul or like ring.
Chris Paul.
That's kind of ridiculous.
That is funny.
Yeah. So win a championship and hang a banner, make a run too.
Yeah.
I think the furthest the school's gone, Sweet 16.
Yeah, Sweet 16.
Why not further than that?
Yeah, exactly.
So I mean, just looking back at your entire journey so far until now, what lessons have you learned that you'd like to pass on to others?
There's a lot. There's so much that can be learned from the game, but being open to learning, and don't underestimate what you can do like 15 minutes a day over 100 days. Like you'll see more growth in that than 100 hours in one day. So just being consistent with it, doing something every day, even when you don't want to do it, that's when you'll see the work pay off the most.
Yeah. Just going back to what you were saying earlier, I know that you were saying like basketball is basically your job right now, but do you ever find yourself like, actively like watching like NBA games or like other collegiate games at all? Or?
Oh, for sure. I mean, I love watching college when we're playing, and then NBA I'll watch the first like two weeks, and then playoffs I'm tuned in.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite team in the NBA? Oh, Lakers?
Lakers, oh yeah, that's
growing
rough.
Up in SoCal.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's another guy, Pau Gasol. I love
Pau
Gasol, yeah.
Growing up, he was like one of my favorite players.
Yeah, that Nuggets Lakers game the other day was.
Dude,
every single time, bro. How does he do it?
I don't know.
Every single time he plays the Lakers, bro.
And
it's
then
crazy.
D'Angelo Russell, bro.
D'Angelo Russell like so inconsistent, bro. Like,
He can hoop though, yeah.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
All right. Is there anything else you want to add before the?
You guys are pretty thorough. You guys did a good job. I actually enjoyed answering these questions.
Yeah, thank
you. Questions, you know?
All right. Well, then that's it.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah,
Appreciate you.
it was really nice meeting you.
Yeah, you too. I'll see you guys around. Are you guys graduating or?
We're freshmen.
Yeah, freshmen.
Yeah.
Wow.
First ever like big
Yeah.
interview that we
Yeah.